going to show you some different wrapping techniques today. You're going to use a wrap when you're trying to get swelling out of an injury or just for some extra support and stability and comfort.
ACE bandages are what we typically use with our athletes. These can be bought at any type of store, typically Walmart, CVS is where you can find these. You can also order them online. So with the ACE bandages, we wrap for certain types of injuries or support for injuries that our athletes might have already suffered through. They've already gone through rehab, but we're giving them a little extra support while they're playing to hopefully prevent the injury from occurring again.
There's several different kinds of wraps. This smaller wrap is a 2-inch single wrap.
We've got a 2-inch double wrap. So this is what we use for, bigger joints, maybe a knee if you want to do kind of a full leg wrap or a shoulder. And then this is our 4-inch double that we use a lot for the hips because you can get more times around the hip. Hi, today we're going to show you some ACE bandage wrappings that you can do for basic ankle pains, any type of sprain you may suffer when exercising at home. And we want to show you the proper way to apply an ACE bandage because not everyone knows how to properly put it on. So one thing you want to make sure of is that you start low and go high. So you want to start below the joint and you want to start tighter and get loose as you go up the leg. So I usually like to start just below the toes. Again, you want to do semi-tight, but not tight enough that you're going to cut off circulation. And you're going to do like a half overlay of the layer before. Now you can get fancy if you want to go around the ankle, you can, or if you just want to go straight across, you can as well. But again, making sure you're getting looser as you go up the leg.
And typically this would be, you would not have the layers of clothing under it.
Yeah, you would want this straight on the skin. And then you would finish it off. If you have the ACE bandage with Velcro, you would just Velcro it. If you have the little prongs, you would secure it. If not, you can also use just a little piece of tape or find a way to roll it into the edge so it stays like that. When you're applying an ACE bandage, it's also good to prop up the injured area. You can also put some ice over top. But if you're wrapping any area, you want to make sure that you're staying off of it. So don't just wrap your ankle to go and walk around on it. Take some time off. So there's your ankle wrap.
Next, we're going to show you a knee wrap. You can use either the single or the double of the smaller version of the wrap we showed you. You're going to use a knee wrap if you're trying to get swelling out of the knee joint. Also, if you need a little bit of stability after a knee sprain or strain, something along that lines. We're going to show you how to wrap a knee for a basic knee sprain, just giving it a little bit of support and also getting swelling out. So you're going to start below the knee. You're going to wrap up. I like to do an X pattern. So I come up and then down. It leaves the back of your knee a little bit more supported. That way you have less of a problem there in bending your knee. So once you finish this up, and again, you go from tighter to looser if you're working on getting swelling out, and once you finish that up, you either close it off with tape or the clips if you have them, or Velcro. And that is how the best way to wrap a knee is. And you can leave this patella out as well if that's painful to keep it covered.
Next, we're going to show you what's called a hip spike up. This is a wrap with the ACE bandage around the hip. We typically use these for any type of hip flexor strain or a groin strain. You can sometimes use them if you've got quad issues, but this is what we use mainly for those strains in the hip region for your hip. So this one you're going to start around the thigh. I usually start just above the knee and you'll wrap around. And I do what you call a bunny ear. So when you cross, you lay the starting flap down. That way when you go around again, you cover it and the bottom is less likely to pull out and pull the whole ACE bandage apart. You keep wrapping. Again, you can start tighter down here and get loose as you go up. Once you get up to around the hip, you're going to go kind of around the other side of their body and make an X in the front of their hip. And depending on how long of an ace bandage you have, you could do another one, or you could just finish it off depending on how much of an ace or rest of the ace bandage you have left. Again, Velcro clip or tape the end to hold it in place, and just don't forget that bunny ear so this doesn't pull apart and you have to rewrap again.
Finally, we're going to show you a shoulder wrap. We would use this wrap for any type of injury at the shoulder where we want to increase stability or limit your range of motion. This wrap will keep you from going into your extreme excessive range of motion and will also provide compression to that area. And this is how you would wrap a shoulder. The first thing you're going to always remember is make sure their hand is on their hip. You're going to start across the body. Do the first loop around the body to hold it into place. You're going to go under the arm. We also call this a spike up. You're going to go back around the body and you're going to alternate with that X pattern right here on the shoulder. You're going to just keep going around and coming closer to the shoulder each time. And when you finish, you can either tape, you can use a clip, or you can also just tuck that end right into the shoulder wrap that you already have in place.